Bright lights, head to toe, covered in glitter, huge flared trousers, about to belt out another rendition of Mamma Mia. It's what I find a lot of people imagining and assuming that's what I do at university when I say that I study drama. I find myself again and again desperately trying to justify the subject and seeking validation that I didn't waste 3 years of my life and thousands of pounds studying something utterly useless. I find myself again and again saying things like, it's actually quite an academic subject, and we write essays, and I did this module called Political Theatre, and it was really interesting and educational. And I find myself wanting to tell them actually how many life skills you can learn from drama, and why it shouldn't be tossed aside in the school curriculum as a useless subject like a lot of the arts, in a 7 to 12 minute TED Talk style speech, which is why I'm here today. Aside from countless studies proving that drama helps communication skills, teamwork, trust, problem solving, and the amount of drama therapy that's helped people all over the world, today I'm going to talk about 4 life lessons I personally have learned from acting and the subject of drama. Number 1, flaunt that double chin. So growing up in a generation where Instagram and Snapchat were created and became popular during my GCSEs and selfie was added to the Oxford Dictionary around my A-levels, I, like most of my peers at school, was incredibly insecure with myself and how I looked. When I was 15, for my drama GCSE exam, I was cast as an evil mother in this play. And I remember hearing the dreaded words drip from my drama teacher's mouth. She said, I want to make it quite stylized, and I want you to look quite scary and grotesque. I remember the word grotesque feeling sick to my stomach. It sounds so silly, but I mean, choosing to be ugly on stage in a world telling me to look prettier was actually a terrifying thought. But yeah, I committed, and throughout rehearsals, I found myself quite enjoying and reveling in being grotesque and not actually caring about how I looked. And through that, I became a little bit more confident. And after I did the performance, the pictures of this came up on Facebook. And instead of furiously untagging myself from all these pictures, I found myself quite enjoying all the weird pictures of me. And there was one truly terrible one of myself with huge, flared nostrils. And it wasn't even like a double chin, it was like triple or quadruple. And I found myself just laughing at these pictures. And since then, my confidence has just grown. And here is myself a year later at my school prom in the centre, quite literally flaunting the double chin and looking quite happy I survived my angsty teenage years. And I probably wouldn't have done that if I didn't really do drama and gain the confidence from that. Number 2, have an affection for rejection. So with drama, obviously, you end up auditioning quite a lot, and inevitably, you'll get rejected at some point. So being rejected from a few things since school till now, you learn how to deal with it, and in turn, you become quite fearless in pursuing things that you want. For example, last year I auditioned for the role of Fizz in The Cherry Orchard, and he's an 87-year-old male butler. And obviously, myself, as a woman in her 20s, wasn't very likely to get this part. Yeah, I really liked the character, and I thought, why not? What's the worst that can happen? I just get rejected. So I went for it, and I ended up getting the part. So here's actually me, on the left, dressed as a 87-year-old man. And Jerome Bruner, a psychologist, once said, "Playful learners are less easily frustrated and treat their failures not as daunting or humiliating, but as informative." And I feel that I truly do that. But if there is one thing that I've really learned from the amount of rejections I've had, is perfecting them, well done for the part that I really wanted. Just like Leonardo DiCaprio when he lost many of his Oscars nominations. So, number 3, Miss Trunchbull isn't evil, she probably had a tough upbringing. So, as actors, Our job is to empathise with characters, feel what they're feeling, even the bad characters. And at school, I was cast as a lot of evil characters. I'm not really sure why. But it forced me to think, why do people do awful things? No one's born evil. You don't come out the womb cackling with a fully forced plan to control the world. So what makes us bad? Circumstance and environment. So with myself continuously empathising with characters on stage, I found myself being more empathetic in life, being open-minded to people's choices and actions. And instead of hating kind of nasty people, I actually wanted to help them. Number 4. Smell the Snickers bar. So this life lesson was actually quite important in changing my attitude in life. And Sir Ken Robinson once said, "We look upon our bodies as a form of transport for our heads, a vehicle carrying us from meeting to meeting." And it's so true. In life, we spend so much time in our heads. For example, like I'll eat food and I won't actually taste it because I'll just be worrying about something else. And life kind of passes you by. But in acting, you can't be in your head. You have to be present. You have to be in the moment. Use your whole body and not worry. So once we had this lesson at university, practicing this, kind of learning mindfulness, and our teacher told us to do this exercise, which was to kind of go to the shop and buy some food and really be present in the moment. If your mind wandered, you kind of take it back and really concentrated. So that's what I did. I went to the shop, I bought a Snickers bar, I sat on this bench outside, and I kind of slowly opened the wrapper and was like, okay, the wrapper's making a noise, right? I kind of took a bite, so I came in tasting the food, and I thought, my senses, I'm going to smell the Snickers bar, kind of smelling the Snickers bar, and this kind of bold man with a suit kind of walked past with his briefcase and kind of saw me sniffing this Snickers bar. A really kind of confused look on his face. But little did he know that I was being enlightened on mindfulness. And I truly do go back to this exercise, and it has actually helped me become happier and kind of live in the moment and kind of concentrate on tasks. And as well, mindfulness has been known to help people with mental illnesses like anxiety and depression. And it was honestly just the best lesson to learn. And it kind of sounds like I'm sponsoring UEA for the drama degree, but I promise I'm not. But it was literally just really good life lesson to learn. So these were 4 amongst many life lessons that I've learned from drama. But like I mentioned earlier, there's so many others, like, for example, teamwork. There's no such thing as a small part, just a small actor. And communication skills that drama forces you to learn. So skills like this are employable, yet there's still a stigma attached to the arts and drama, making arts graduates really more and more unemployable. And I don't understand why there is such a stigma. Some say the arts don't contribute to the economy at all. But in 2015, arts and culture sector contributed £7.7 billion to the UK economy. Yet, politically, as we're all aware, the government has a never-ending plan to cut arts funding and solely cut drama from the school curriculum. For example, in Northern Ireland, they actually don't have in one school a drama teacher at all. So I'm here to urge you to help in the fight to keep drama and the arts in the curriculum. I dream of a day that I never have to see a Fight for the Arts campaign or sign or ever hear this kind of speech again. We have to create a better learning environment for the next generation. It's our responsibility, and I'm not sure at what point we stopped caring. We've left the environment a mess, we've left war-ridden countries a mess, we've left the healthcare system a mess. Let's not leave the education system a mess for the next generation. I realise these issues are so much more bigger than having one subject in school, but it's a start. It's a beginning of a new era of acceptance, of creativity, teamwork and respect. And I'm not saying drama is the answer and it will solve everything, but having drama on the school curriculum as a compulsory learning for free, next to their maths and physics lesson, learning endless amounts of skills like I did with confidence, fearlessness of failure, open-mindedness, mindfulness, not being afraid to speak out, a lesson where creativity is nurtured. Having that as a compulsory lesson on the school curriculum will help the next generation conquer the world with better skills, tools, and most importantly, compassion. Thank you very much.